Hi everyone, it's Jenny. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. So, my desk, excuse me, probably looks a little bit of a mess at the moment. Let me just look through how you're seeing it. Yeah, it does look a bit of a mess, to be honest with you. But I have been beavering away here. So, I've been doing some bits and pieces on my Pink Christmas journal that I'm making, which is the Joy collection from Amanda at Scrimping Mommy. I'll leave all the links to her channel, Ko-fi shop, etc. On this page. So I have made some other makes, but I have been busy. So I've done papers and things. So I've made my my outer cover. Now I've made it in black and I've put the rose gold corners. Now there is a bit of a line there, but that's gonna cover, you won't see that. And so I use black cardstock over my cardboard, and there is a tiny line down here, but you're not going to see that because I am going to cover this spine once I've decided how I'm going to make it. So I have made that. This is only my third one, so it's just not a quick process making these, because I like to make sure everything's straight and in the right place, etc. So I've been doing that. I've also started making some bits and pieces. So I've done all my ephemera. I've worked out my signatures, so I've got those all in place, and I've started cutting out all my ephemera. And I thought, well, how shall I do it this time? Because I did it last time, where I did all the ephemera and then put the pages in, and then I went from page to page. So this time I thought I'm going to do things a bit different and make a few pieces before I put them in. So I'll show you what I've made, and I'm going to make two of each. So I'll show you what I've made, and then I can make it with you. I don't want this to be majorly long. I haven't decorated this as yet, but you'll notice, if anyone who's got a crocodile, I've been using mine any chance I have. This is the wrong side, but that's fine. So's this the wrong side, but that's fine. So I will put something on the front. As yet, I don't know what. It may well be just a little tuck spot. It may well be some ephemera. I haven't decided yet, and I don't want to make my mind up in a rush. I like to take my time on these things. So this is just a little accordion. I thought that basically, let's say this is going to be a signature page. So I can stick it from side to side. So it's just got a little pockets in, and all I've put is I've put some little tags. Haven't finished them off yet because I might put something here. I'm not sure. I don't want to cover this up because it's such beautiful paper. The little envelopes that you get in the kit, I cut those out, cornered all the edges, popped one in there. I've got another little tag there. I haven't finished it as yet, but I'm in the middle of doing my bits and pieces for the page. So that's that. It's pretty easy, this one, to do. Well, I think it is, and it is for me. If I say it's, I mean, it's a shame I'm covering that up. You could have had that as the front, but I went for this one. So let me show you. You may well have done one of these already, so you don't need to know this information, but I want to make two, so I thought I'd come on and make two with you. So I've got double-sided paper. This one's got a very faint distressed writing pages, which look really nice. So I'm thinking I'm probably going to have this as my inside cover. So in fact, I need to do it that way because the writing's up the right way then. So basically, all you do is you fold. Let's just work out which way I want it in. Yeah, I want that in the middle, don't I? So you fold your paper in half, whatever size it is. I've not done measurements. This is probably just about, I can tell you if you would like to know, but it depends on your border edges when you cut it out, and what size your journal is. So we've got sort of 11 by 7 and is that 5/8? I'm not sure. So yeah, whatever size your paper is, just fold it in half. That's all you need to do. And then what you're going to do is you're going to fold it back this way. And I'm trying to find my little bone folder because it's burnish all the way, basically. Right, we're up the right way. Then flip it over and fold this in half. Oh, hang on, not quite got that there. Let me just there we go. So basically you end up with a little sort of concertina, really. And you should have a mountain and 2 valleys. If you haven't, you've done it wrong, but that's pretty much it. Fold it in half, back one way, back the other, and then this is what's going to show. So I don't mind that that's like that. This is what's going to show. However, you are going to lose the bottom piece, depending on how deep you want your pockets. I think I only went sort of like just under half on that one. So I'm probably just going to go about there with that one. Just make sure that's straight. Has to be straight. Yeah, it is. And I'm just going to burnish that. There we go. Okay, and then I'm going to refold it because I want to burnish that little edgy bit there. Now, when I was on holiday, I watched a lot of videos, journal making videos, and I'd taken my little idea book with me. So I did write some bits and pieces down. When I was watching something, I thought, oh, that's a good idea, or, you know, but I don't know who I saw this do, so I can't give credit, I'm afraid, because I was on holiday and I wrote the bits and pieces down and I forgot to write the name. So, yes, so that's that piece. You could have it the other way if you wanted. If you wanted the backs of your thingy to be blank, and then you could have, you know, the tags in there. But I don't mind it being this way because it means I can decorate these little bits here. So that's that. Now what we want to do is, do I want to cut little thingies out of this one? No, I just want them straight, don't I? So what I'm going to do is I want the curved edge. So all I did for this, because I haven't got anything big enough, is got my fabric round thing. Okay, I'm just going to do it sideways with you so that you can see. I put it down. Just make sure that's tight. I worked out where I wanted. Say about there. I don't want to cut too much of the paper off. Maybe just lift that a little bit, like about there. And then literally all I did was got my pencil and I went round like that. Okay, and then I cut this bit off. I don't, you know, I don't make things too difficult if it's not necessary. Now I'm just trying to see, is that about the same? Could have just used that one as a template. I just want to make sure that they are the same. As Amanda says, the devil is in the detail, and I need to get it right, and I want them both to be the same. So I'm just making sure. Yeah, that's fine. Just checking. And then, because it doesn't look right to me. No, something's not right there. That edge is taller than that edge. Okay. Right, let's just put that on a line there. Sorry if this makes the video even longer, but do you know, I've got to get this right because, right, so that's about there. That should be it there. I wasn't right. Right, put that over there. That's better. It just didn't look right to me. Yep, good. Right, something was off there and I don't know what it was. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this bit. Like that. There we go. Okay, so then when you open it out, they're all they're all exactly the same. All right, don't waste this piece. I don't. Keep it, because what I did was in here, so I don't like to waste anything, is you'll see I've just put a little I put the piece at the bottom and it gives it that little around effect. So if you've got a nice pattern on it, which I have, I'm not throwing that little bit away because this paper's beautiful. So that is going to go there, and it just gives you an extra bit of pattern. So let me just glue that down. Just get my magazine, turn the page over because I've glued that one. So, oh, look at that beautiful garden. Right, so let's just, I'm going to use my glue stick for this. Just don't stick it down onto the page and mess your pattern up. Right, let's get that out of the way. Get my magazine out of the way and get that back. Okay, so let me just get this. Now, it's exactly the right size. So if you lay it correctly, your ridges should be in exactly the right place. There you go. And then all I need to do is just, I'm going to wait for that to dry. I'll get my rubber. You could have turned, excuse me, I could have turned it over the other way, but sorry, but I wanted this pattern. So all I'll do, the reason I've done it in pencil, I can just rub this out, but I'll wait till it's dry. And then all we're going to do now is, I've got my fine tip here, my art glitter glue, is we're going to make the pockets. So we need a tiny little bit down here, so like as thin as you can to the edge, and then one on each of the creases. Don't go any higher than that. One on each crease. There, there, and then one right on the edge. I try and keep it right to the edge because that gives you maximum pocket space. And then we're just going to seal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just going to make sure I didn't go over the edge. No, I didn't. Just going to pop that back together a minute. I'm just going to rub that. Right, now this is the fun part. Is I'm going to make my little eyelets in the top so I can use my new crocodile. Don't they look smart though? So much neater. So the way I did it was, I've left it on the same mark. I do it all at the same time because then you know that you're in exactly the right place each, you know, you haven't got to do it each one. And I used the big hole. Right. So I'm not going to move it because I left it in exactly the right place. And you can do all 4 at once. Look at that. And then it means that they're all in the same. Love a bit of unison. There we go. And then the fun part, I've got my 4 little things out. Might not be fun for you to watch, but it's fun for me because I'm still getting to grips with how good this is. It's an absolute game changer. So it took me a little while to realise, yeah, there's a top and a bottom, and there is an arrow pointing down, so that this B bit, which I've got B, I think I've got, no, A1. Yeah, that's at the bottom, that's at the top. So yeah, this is still tricky, and it's probably just a matter of getting used to you know, doing it, but it's worth it because it just makes, that's the top, that's it, so much difference. And you just got to get your little nozzle bit in there, and then all you've got to do is squeeze it. Look at that. How cool is that? I'm so good, so pleased with this. And I reckon there's got to be some, you've got to be able to get different colours, and you know exactly what I'm going to say, don't you? They've got to do pink ones, haven't they? They've just got to. It's got to be a thing, surely. Because if it's not a thing, then I'm going to make them up. It could make me millions, couldn't it? But yeah, you've got to get them in multicolours. Because at the moment I've only got black, copper, silver and white. But I'm going to put some on my Santa wish list in pink. Or maybe multicoloured, just for a bit of variety, eh? I mean, my signature is pink, as everyone knows. I can't help it. I'm just a pink princess, and I love it. Now look at that. I mean, it took hardly any time, but how neat is that? All of them exactly the same. How nice is that? So I will probably put some ribbon in, but not until I've finished. So with this one, I did do these little cards. I put some in there, didn't I? I put the little envelopes in, didn't I? These little tags. Yes. So, right, let me cut these out. And I've only done them on cardstock. So if you did want them a bit thicker, you could put them on your thicker GSM. I mean, I could always stick some paper. I've got something sticky on my scissors. Stick some paper or even some lined card or something on the back just to make them a bit stronger. But I'm happy at the moment with it, and I'm just doing this with you to show you. And this has to be my favourite one so far. I know it's only my third kit, but it's Pink Christmas. There's going to take some beating on this one, I'm afraid. I think the rest will come close seconds. Now, I'm just cornering my little envelopes because I think it looks nicer. And again, the devil is in the detail. And these are just little added things that just give it a little bit more. So for now, I'm just going to pop these in. I'm not, I will be doing some more. It's not quite dry. It will go in, but it's not quite dry. So I don't want to, there we go. Don't want to mess about. If they're not quite dry, you need to leave these things to dry. So I'm just going to chop that and chop that. I'm just going to get my little board out to cut these because I want them to be exactly right, like that. So I'd rather just spend a little bit more time on getting that perfect, because it's worth it. That's that one. Just cut the edges on this one. Not quite on that one, didn't go there enough. It's pretty awful weather out here tonight. Today this afternoon. It's this afternoon on Monday is it Monday the 3rd today? So this will go up later when I've finished. I'm not quite ready to do a live yet. Don't feel that confident, I'm afraid. But I will put this up this evening. But it is pretty dark and dismal out there, and it's done nothing but sort of rain and rain today. So let me just cut my edges off. Good thing is it's all been done for you. Everything is ready just to cut out. And then I will put some holes and bits in, and I might well get some, get some of my ephemera. And let's have a look. See. It all matches. Anything and everything could go on there, really. I could have a little pink one of those. Look, special delivery in there. A little special delivery. A little Merry Christmas. Maybe one there. One of those. Could have a little heart bow. Cut that. I haven't cut that out properly. I could put the little bow there. But anyway, I'm not going to do those bits because I don't want to rush them. I'm not ready for that yet. But I just think doesn't it look nice even with that bit of scrap paper at the bottom. So I'm going to leave that there. And I've got one more. I'm not sure how long that's just taken me to do. And obviously, so when you stick it in the page, it'll be like that. Either side will stick onto the page, and then you close your page and it'll just open up as an accordion. So that's that. How long have I been talking, rambling on for? 19 minutes. Right, let's get this next one done and then this will be it. Right, so the other thing I'm going to show you is... Just, that's not ruined my paper. I think I'll be cutting that bit off anyway. Is this little folio pocket. So I've got a little pocket in the front with a little pine cone and a little Merry Christmas. I've stuck one of the flowers on the front and the little special memories, and then basically it just opens up and it's got 3 little pockets, 1, 2, 3, and then I've only put it in for purposes of showing you. It's not the finished product, and then I've put a little delivery there. You could do other things, but I just thought I'd come on and show you how I do this one quickly. So this is the sort of thing I've been making in advance, because I think when you put your bits together, it's just quicker. So I've got double-sided, so we need to fold it into 3, and that's going to be the front. So I want this to be the inside, or do I want that to be the inside? What shall I do? No, let's have this the inside. So I'm going to, do you know what, there's a little edge on that. There's a little white edge on that I haven't cut off, so I'm going to just cut that off. So this is just your sheet size. Oh, that's just not quite caught that. There we go. Make sure that's all right. No, didn't catch the edge. Come on, Jenny, get your grip together. Let's just cut a good bit of that off now then, because I don't want that having a tatty edge. There we go, perfect. Okay, so this is, because I've cut it, so it's 11 and 1/8. So you need to fold it into 3. You can score it if you want, but I'm going to eyeball it roughly, because I reckon if we go to there, okay, that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28. So we're going to be 14, aren't we? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's the middle, okay? So 7 in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it needs to go to there. That's probably not right. Oh, do you know what? I'm just going to eyeball it. You're probably laughing at me, saying, what is she doing? Honestly. And make sure that's right. Yep. I think that is. That works out about right. All right, let's just get that folded. Get my burnish. Where's my burnish bone folder? There we go. And then we're going to fold that one over. Hang on. If you're not happy with the edges, doesn't matter, because you can always trim them. I just want to make sure that that's there. And that's how it should be. Trouble is, with your printers, it depends how much of a white edge your printer gives you. Because some printers, you know, like for instance, where's one that I've printed out? So see, I've got a really thin white edge there, but I've got a thicker one here. But it was, maybe I didn't put the paper in straight, I don't know. But if you're not quite entirely happy with the edges, there's nothing wrong with taking a tiny fraction of that off so that they are completely neat, and we like neat. So I'm taking a tiny little bit off, and then I know, whoopsie, I know that is exactly right. So there, we've got that. So then we're going to decide, so that's decide how big you want your pockets. Now I've probably gone halfway, so about, let's say about there. That's where I want mine. The choice is yours. Depends what you're going to fill it with as to how deep you want them. Okay. And then I'm just going to refold to make sure that everything is on line. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put little, I've got my 1.5. We're going to put little dippets in there just to make sure that they're all in the right place. Just fold your paper back and fold it in half again like you had it. Make sure your pocket bits at the bottom, and then decide where you want your hole. And I'm probably going to go about eyeballing about there. Oh, where did they go? Because we need them. Don't throw those away. Don't throw your little pieces away, because we're going to use them. You know what I'm like. But I've done all 3 at the same. It's a bit harder, but it means that they're all in exactly the same place. You know. Yeah. Look. All exactly right. Keep those little pieces that we used. So that's the side. Because the other side should be green. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to just glue our edges again. Now, if you were inking, now's the time to ink, but I decided I'm not, because I got a pink out and I thought no, and I didn't want to use grey or silver, so we're not inking this journal. It's not going to be, but it's not going to be given away anyway because it's my pink Christmas one. So stuck down, we've now got our 3 pockets. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to stick these on each one like I have. We'll do the corner bit first, but like I have here. But you need to be quick with this because you've got to get it. You don't have to corner the edges on this at all, but this is just my choice. And I'll keep that piece to use for the other side to make sure that we are exactly the same. And don't throw those bits away. Little triangles, because we're going to use them. Hang on, that's my little triangle bits. They are there. Okay, so that's that. And then what we're going to do is, as I said, we're going to stick these. So I'm going to turn them all over, put a bit of glue on the back of each one, stick them down. There's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. Okay, so we've got to be quick with this bit. So that one's going to go there. And I glue them because you've got a little tiny bit of wiggle room. Right, and then quickly close it up because they've got to match. Right, that one's in the middle a little bit. It's got to come over a bit. That one matches and that one matches. There we go. Push it down once they all match. I just couldn't have them not matching. So that just uses up those little pieces like we've done there on that bit. Okay, and then you can choose to decorate it however you like. So you've got 3 little pockets now, and you can put whatever you like. I'm not putting these things in, but I'm just showing you because this isn't the flowery paper, but put whatever you like in there. Okay, and then you could use these little pieces if you wanted for a little pocket, a little side tuck pocket. It depends what you want to do. I didn't use them in the other one. I'm not going to this time. I will use them for something, but they're not quite straight for me, so I will keep them though, and they'll go in my little pile on my little ephemera tray, because you'll see here I've got all my little bits and pieces that I've got left. They'll go there, and then I will use them for something. But we could just put anything on here, couldn't we? You know, we could have another piece of that. I don't know. I'm not going to rush it. And as I say, I don't want the video to be any longer. But I just wanted to show you a couple of things that I've made. So I am getting ready. I've done the front of the book. I've sorted out my signatures. I've just got to work out how I'm going to bind it. And I want to do some more little bits. I mean, you could put another pocket in there if you wanted to, which I might well do, because I have, as I say, I have got scraps. So I can make a pocket out of my scraps. But I shall decorate that in my own time. But yeah, there you go. So that's two little pieces that I've made ready for my journal. So sorry it's taken a bit longer. That was 30 minutes. I've gone over by 35 seconds. So thanks everyone for watching. If you do like it, please hit the like button. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, please do think about coming along for the ride. It's free. You don't have to pay anything. And I'm sure to give you a laugh at some point. So take care, everyone. Crafty hugs, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.